it to Cabo and look who we found. The gang's all back together again.
Good to have you.
They can't get rid of us. They can't run.
Got a bunch of fuel, getting a bunch of water. We got 10 5-gallon jugs.
This is how we do it these days.
Here's the fuel dock. Big giant boats. And it is crazy around here. Oh, it's everywhere. It's actually calm right now though.
Cabo San Lucas is a vacation hotspot on the very tip of Baja California, which people visit year-round to experience the warm weather, beautiful sandy beaches, and warm, crystal clear water. Panga boat taxis buzz around the anchoring field with little regard to the wakes they produce, but provide a great service if you need a ride into shore. The amount of boat traffic is almost overwhelming and can be a bit intimidating as you maneuver amongst them. The rocky outcrop is Cabo's signature icon, and during the day, the area is a swarm of activity, providing some of the best beaches we've been to, but also the busiest. Breakfast on the beach. After being away from certain creature comforts for a while, it was nice to be back in an area with Wi-Fi, good food, and grocery stores. Every night, we had the best seat in the house as we watched Cabo San Lucas come alive. Last year, as Tanny and I moved aboard Stella J, we met our friends Tim and Ned in Blaine, Washington on their custom steel boat, Traveler. we learned that they had similar dreams of leaving Washington behind and taking the big left turn to head south to Mexico. We made a pact to stick by the other's side and travel together as much as we could, and for the next 3,000 nautical miles, that is exactly what we did. However, the time has come to say goodbye.
Bye, guys!
Live the dream.
We're gonna miss you.
You too. Have a great time.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Adios.
Adios.
Traveler is continuing on as Tim and Ned set sail once again to complete their dream of sailing from Blaine to Maine. We will dearly miss our sailing companions, but wish them all the best in their journey. If you are interested in following along, look for their link in this video's description. Here it is, the morning of day 4 already in Cabo San Lucas, but it's time to move on. The hustle and bustle of this town was a nice change for a little while, but it's expensive and it's a bit much. So we're headed somewhere a little quieter and make our way to La Paz. So that'll take us a few days to get to La Paz, and once we get there we have a slip. So that'll be really nice to pull in somewhere, tie up, and get some things done. So yep, nice and early this morning. It's quiet, which is strange for Cabo, but it was a lot of fun. So anyway, time to get moving. So we made it to Los Frailes, and looks like the rest of the Baja crew is here too, because it's actually quite a few boats around. And it might not seem like it, but it's actually kind of a tricky anchorage because it's just on this sandy shelf, and there's this huge underwater canyon that's like thousands of feet deep just right back here. So we're actually on the edge. We're anchored in about 40 feet of water, which is good, but like I said, we're right here on the edge. But looks like there's a nice dinghy landing right over here, so we're gonna go ahead and take the dog into shore. And there's got to be probably 17 to 20 knots of wind blowing right through here, so anchor watch is gonna be in effect. So anyway, we're hooked up. I got a cold one here, and take it easy for a little bit, and then tomorrow we'll get at it nice and early again and continue the jaunt to La Paz. So cheers. The Los Frailes anchorage is tucked behind a northern landmast, which greatly reduces the swell from the north, which the wind still blows heavily this time of year. Now that we have made it to the Sea of Cortez, we're protected from the large swells that the Pacific Ocean produce, which pound the west coast day and night, making beach dinghy landings, well, stressful. On the northern section of this anchorage, I heard the snorkeling wasn't half bad, so of course I had to jump in and check it out. The bottom was rocky and the water a bit murky, but never before have I had the experience to swim with a school of fish the size of this. I was surprised to see that the school didn't scatter, but instead surrounded me. Not stalking, but maybe curious? I felt accepted. I'd been out a while, probably best to head back in. Now that the Baja fleet had caught up with us, we found ourselves with more Bajars than cohoers. Part of cruising is meeting new people, and we were invited to an evening bonfire on the beach with a couple of boats from whom we just met. Time to grab a couple cold ones and go join the party. Here's where it gets interesting. After nightfall, a four-wheeler approached our group and we all thought we had broken a rule and were about to be asked to leave. But that isn't what happened at all. The man had on his quad 900 freshly hatched baby sea turtles, and he asked if we wanted to take part in releasing them into the wild. You bet your sweet ass we want to.
Did you get your camera? Okay.
Did I take a flash?
They know where to come back.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He's a fool.
Yeah, you're so low. You're getting crushed, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, just gently put one in your hand.
Can we all put one?
When you see on all the turtles is different.
Hello, little heart.
One is small one.
What kinds are these? What kinds of turtles?
I don't know in English. When in Spanish it's golfina.
Golfina.
Oh my gosh.
It's the
Don't drop him.
it's the other ones. It's a little more small one.
This is freaking crazy.
This is such a
Did you get a picture, Leah? I can take it.
It's not Kathy has her phone. It's so
So you're going to release them now?
Yeah.
Are you going to release them now?
Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I think with the dog.
Okay, so we need to wait like 30 minutes before we take the dinghies out.
Oh, yeah, you release them.
Crushing it.
Wow.
That's awesome. Amazing.
The dog is way over there.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go.
Many, huh? Do you hear a red light?
Red light.
Yes, Mike, red light, red light. It's nice and there's no birds. That would be the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Hey, you're going the wrong way, guys.
Here it comes.
Watch where you're stepping. Yeah, that really sprawled them out.
How do they know to go down?
They're probably, yes, this guy.
They're so, did they hatch today?
Wrong way.
Yes. They literally just were pulling them out of the can. Really? An hour ago.
Don't make it.
Don't make it. You don't need to do that.
They're like, that really felt good, that water.
Flip back over.
We might see these tomorrow.
Alright guys, get ready back
when
up.
we go diving.
I think these are 980.
Wow. You guys could be in the water.
Do they flip
Well, yeah, we might
they get washed over?
Well,
See?
snorkel.
Should we go back and flip them all over? Give them a better chance.
Well, it's for 1,000, 1 leap.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I, yeah.
It's a big wave.
Out of 1,000.
Only one lives. Yeah, I've heard of that before.
I got it.
Is this one way up here?
The amount of turtles.
So they had
Even when he does this at night?
the wind for a wave.
These guys are like.
They just thought they got it.
Wow.
And yet still, you see no
You must be out here watching
But
this
yet
every
you
night.
still don't see, you see very few turtles.
The following morning, we find the protected area where all the sea turtle eggs are kept. The initial nests are all dug up and relocated to this fenced-in area where they can be monitored daily. A sign is then placed in the sand for the date they are expected to hatch. This is a non-profit organization, however, tips, of course, are greatly appreciated. Catch us next time as we continue our bash north. We make a stop at Los Muertos, and finally, we arrive in La Paz.